defense panel?
He is the lawyer who was asking questions on Mr. Harvey K.
Yeah.
1 minute suspension, sir.
Let's suspend the session for 1 minute to allow the other the lawyers to come in.
Inaantabayanan pa po ang pagbabalik ng mga defense counsel. Meron sanang tanong itong si Senator Drilon kay Attorney Dennis Manalo na siyang nag-direct examination dito kay Ke.
Okay, Attorney Trixie, balikan natin yung katanungan. Ang huling incident before discharge si Mr. K ay pinagpapaliwanag ito kung bakit hindi siya i-cite in contempt dahil dun sa kanyang pinadalang mga dokumento. Gaano kaseryoso itong problema?
Ang contempt charge ay maaaring kulong yan. And then may powers to impose a contempt charge ang Senado, and they can also detain him. At sila din ang pwedeng magsabi kung ganong katagal ang detention niya. At that being said, historically, bihira naman talaga ang nadidetain. Although there are some very notable exceptions. Yung Estafa Queen was detained for quite some time, etc. People who continuously refuse yung mga Senate summons na kukulong talaga.
Dennis Manalo.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, and this is a follow-up on the questions and your questions raised by Senator Judge Alan Peter Cayetano on your responses to that question.
Yes, Your Honor.
Senator Cayetano asked you what is the theory of the defense, and let me quote your answer. You said, quote, "Our theory is that all the evidence presented will indicate that the Chief Justice did not disclose properties in his sal-end are grossly exaggerated, unreliable, fabricated, or at the very least, Your Honor, comes from an illegal source.
Yes, Your Honor.
And therefore, Your Honor, it is our theory that this evidence would not stand any legal scrutiny and would not be sufficient for a conviction of the Chief Justice." End of quote. Now, Mr. Counsel, in the previous testimony of Mr. Garcia of the PS Bank, upon questioning of the presiding judge, Senate President Juan Ponce Enrile, he admitted on February 9 on the existence of the following dollar accounts of the Chief Justice. Account number 141008145, 141007469, 141007129, 141002826, 141000373. I repeat.
5 accounts?
I repeat.
5 accounts?
5 accounts, sir. On record, upon your questioning, Mr. Senate President, Mr. Garcia admitted to the existence of these accounts. Now, the only reason why this court was not able to put on record at that time, the amounts in these accounts was that the Supreme Court issued a restraining order, which this court, by a vote of 1310, voted to respect. Now, do you insist, Mr. Manalo, that these accounts are fictitious?
Your Honor, our theory in so far...
No. Just answer my question, please. Do you insist that these accounts are fictitious?
We are not... I am not in a position, Your Honor, to confirm or deny these accounts. There will be a witness, Your Honor, who would be competent to give that response and either confirm that these accounts indeed belong and are existing or indeed belong to the Chief Justice, or deny that these accounts exist.
First of all, I am just repeating your statement. Your theory, Mr. Counsel, and I quote you again, quote, "Our theory is that all the evidence presented will indicate that the Chief Justice did not disclose properties in his sal-end are grossly exaggerated, unreliable, fabricated, or at the very least, Your Honor, comes from an illegal source." I repeat the question. In the face of your very serious and assertion are you insisting that these accounts, which no less than the bank president of PS Bank admitted upon questioning by the Senate President, are existing, are they still fictitious, to your view?
Your Honor, as I mentioned earlier, I will not be competent, Your Honor, to give an assertion insofar as that that factual matter is concerned. There will be a witness, Your Honor, who will be under oath and who will later either affirm or deny the existence of these PS Bank accounts mentioned by the bank president.
Since you said that all of this evidence is grossly exaggerated, unreliable, fabricated, or at the very least comes from an illegal source, will you continue to oppose the opening of these dollar accounts?
Your Honor, I am an officer of the court, and therefore, Your Honor, it is my solemn duty to comply with existing orders of the Supreme Court. I cannot give a position, Your Honor, that will go against any restraining order that the Supreme Court has issued, Your Honor.
All right. Now, in the face of the... Now, if you're saying that these accounts are fictitious, exaggerated, fabricated, or exaggerated, why did PS Bank go to the Supreme Court and ask for a restraining order against the opening of these accounts?
I believe, Your Honor, that...
Can I have extension, please?
Yes, you have another 2 minutes.
Your Honor, I am just surmising. I am not a representative of PS Bank, but from what I understand, they have elevated the matter to the Supreme Court by virtue of the provision in the Foreign Currency Deposit Act that there can be no examination, inquiry, or looking into any foreign currency deposit unless there is a waiver, a written consent made by the depositor.
And therefore, insofar as PS Bank is concerned, these accounts exist because they sought a restraining order citing the confidentiality of foreign deposits.
That is for PS Bank, Your Honor, to answer.
You seem to be a very seasoned lawyer. Can you give your opinion on this point as a lawyer?
Well, Your Honor, there will be a conflict of obligation on my part if I will try to give my opinion on the legal position taken by PS Bank.
Yeah, in fact, I can hear the advice of your fellow lawyers from where I stand. So you are well advised by counsel. Just a final point now.
But it was not Justice Cuevas.
Okay. Now, you know, 141, account number 141000373, where which is the subject of a TRO from the Supreme Court, contains an enormous amount, if we are to believe Exhibit 11W, presented by Ombudsman Carpio Morales. Account number 01910000373, which is one of those accounts which was confirmed by the manager of PS Bank to be in existence and which is the subject of a TRO, contains a deposit of $768,733.96. $768,000, which was deposited on October 31, 2008, and which was withdrawn, if we are to believe the evidence presented, only on December 15, 2011. And this was restrained, and the revelation of this was made in the exhibit presented by Conchita Carpio Morales. And this one of the accounts that you are saying now is grossly exaggerated, unreliable, fabricated, or at the very least comes from an illegal source?
Your Honor, at this point, that remains to be a matter that will be subject of the testimony of our succeeding witnesses, Your Honor. It's quite unfortunate that I cannot respond to you directly. I would probably be able to do so, Your Honor, after the witness has been presented. I would probably be able to also give my own legal opinion when the witness testifies, Your Honor.
So what is your basis for saying all of these accounts are fictitious?
Your Honor, my basis here would be the work product that I have as a lawyer with my client. And unfortunately, Your Honor, ethics limit me from making any disclosure of the work product between me and my client, Your Honor.
Maybe just a little advice from my friend the lawyer. Be a little bit more prudent in making assertions like all the evidence presented are grossly exaggerated, unreliable, fabricated, or from an illegal source. Thank you, Mr. President, for the time.
All right, Majority Floor Leader.
Thank you, Your Honor. We will take note of your advice, Your Honor.
Mr. President, we may now call on the next witness of the defense.
Next witness for the defense.
If Your Honor, please, the next witness for the defense will be handled by a member of the team, Attorney Judd. And Attorney Roy, Your Honor, and may we request permission that we be allowed to conduct the examination of the said witness.
Granted. For the prosecution, who will we handle?
Same, Your Honor.
Granted. For the next witness, Emmanuel Santos.
Mr. Emmanuel Tio Santos, Your Honor.
Yes, Emmanuel Tio Santos.
Inaantay po yung pangatlong testigo para sa depensa ngayong hapon na ito bago po yan